is good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jake Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy, for you end up like Beezy, cause you know Jay tote them glazies. But make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Your boy Jay will be live on Twitch about 11 o'clock or something. So y'all make sure I tune into your boy Jay or something. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, make sure y'all follow me on Twitch, man. Link is in the description down below. Make sure y'all subscribe to my second channel in the description down below. Like I said, y'all, I've been active, man. You know what I mean? I've been real active on the second channel, man. I'm telling y'all, man, bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers or something. You know what I mean? That's for sure, y'all. You know what I mean? But nah, though, man, we got bangers on the second channel, man. But hey, man, anyways, man, Niners gay, till I'm in the grave, hold on, till I'm in the grave. You know, me and the Niners, we used to have a real close relationship. You know what I'm saying? We actually used to be real close. They loved me. They still do, even though they the ops. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all, how it started, man, I was on Twitch stream, y'all, man, reacting to football as usual. You know what I mean? And the whiners just started talking. Just notice, y'all, I got to tilt my camera a little bit. Okay. Too easy. Just like they did Beezy. But all I was saying, what I was saying was, you know, just know I was reacting to I wasn't even reacting to my Giants. I was just reacting to football. And whiner fans came in my chat, just started talking about my Giants, OD crazy. And I said, bro, one thing I can say, and I understand, let me go and see this right quick. Hold on, am I tripping? I knew I wasn't tripping. Hold on, chat. Don't freak up off me, man. Hey, y'all, I gotta fix my green screen. Hold on. It's so stupid. But I'm right quick, man, and stay the freak up. Golly, man, I know I wasn't tripping, man. I felt you in my back. Hey, man, can you stay up, please? Can you stay the freak up, please, man? Back up. Back. Hold on, chat. I'm being right back. Back your little stupid self up. I know I felt you on my back, man. Dude, why don't you just edit this out, man? I ain't got time for editing. Hey, man, come on, man. Back it up. Hold on, y'all. Get your stupid butt up, man. I'm doing a dang video. Transparency, y'all, transparency. Dude, you need to edit next time. F editing, I ain't editing a dang thing. What you see is what you get, y'all. Did you miss me? You know what I mean? But nah, though, man. Whiner fans, man. What a pathetic franchise. What a pathetic franchise. But this one hurts me the most. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. This one right here. Can somebody tell me what the heck is wrong with this guy? You know what I mean? I don't know what happened to you, bro. But honestly, you're one of my favorite wide receivers, man, in the league. Aiyuk, man. You know what I mean? You really had it's really true what they say. You know, you are your worst enemy. Andy? I'm like, you're literally destroying yourself. You're destroying your own career. Nobody has to do nothing to Aiyuk. Aiyuk is just destroying himself. Yo, when you start understanding that your worst enemy is you, life becomes more easy. Four. Like, what the heck are you doing?
Player to ever get CTE from leg injury.
Hold on. Did you say CTE from a leg injury?
To ever get CTE from leg injury. Goes to Aiyuk.
The belt coming. You scared. They scared. Stop running. Stop being a female dog. Stop being a little cat.
An arrest warrant has been issued for San Francisco 49ers player Rockland native Aiyuk on a misdemeanor speeding charge.
You wanna know why they really mad though? They mad because they stupid. They dumb.
If anybody is stupid, Aiyuk, it's the individual that has the opportunity for generational wealth.
Bro, before the rants, before speeding in front of the building he was supposed to be in, before the ACL injury, BA was on his way to easily be a top 15 receiver in the league. Hell,
top 10?
Even top 10 eventually. Believe it or not, he was one of the most respected receivers in the NFL. In 2024, he showed everyone what he could do with the ball in his hands, and he wanted to be properly paid for what he could bring to his team. Niners folded and gave him 4 years, 120 with 76 million guaranteed. You know the saying, money makes people change? Well, that couldn't have been more true for Aiyuk, but I need you to understand how many things had to go wrong on both sides for us to land in this exact spot.
Now I be seeing why owners, bro, like be hesitant to pay players, bro. You know what I mean? Cause of stuff like this, bro. Like, money be changing people, bro. And the thing is, how people act when they get money, that's who they been, bro. You know what I mean? They just couldn't act that certain way, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have all that money. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, you gonna get humbled real soon, bruh. Antonio Brown, you gonna get humbled real soon. Pride goes before destruction, the haughty spirit before a fall. Oh, did you miss me? I gotta say it again. Pride goes before destruction, the haughty spirit before a fall. You gonna fall, bruh. If you don't humble yourself up, I promise you, you're gonna be out the NFL, bro. You're not bigger than the league. Brandon Aiyuk. They seen you, you've come and goes, bro. You're not bigger than the league, bro. Stop thinking you're bigger than the program. You're gonna be without a job. You know what I'm saying? Chill out, bro, and just humble yourself, my boy. That's what I'll be saying, man. You see what Antonio Brown was the best wide receiver in the league, and not where Antonio Brown at now. Just saying, bro. You know what I mean? You're not bigger than the program, bro. You know what I'm saying? They paying you millions of dollars, bro. Like,
this isn't just an Aiyuk.
Like, bro.
The 49ers got some explaining to do as well. So how does one of the most talented receivers in the NFL end up with a voided contract, an arrest warrant, and zero communication with the team that gave him his life-changing bag in less than 2 years? Let's go back to April 24th, 2020. The 49ers do something a lot of people forget. They trade up to get BA. They gave up 3 picks, their 31st, 117th, and 176th, to move up 6 spots to grab him at 25th.
Player, what does it feel like to know that this team jumps up to get you because they wanted to make sure you were their guy?
Yeah, so it feels great. I've been talking to him. They told me I was their guy. So
look how humble he is, y'all.
They spend capital to make sure nobody else got him first.
Look how humble he is.
dude, thank you. Hey, dude.
Thank you. Be so humble at first. You know what I'm saying? Look how humble he is, man. No, Brandon Aiyuk was this guy that y'all seen. He was this guy already. You got to understand the outside appearance is not the true appearance. It's not a true person. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that, you know what I'm saying, is that the inward is how a person truly is. The outward is just a facade. So Brandon Aiyuk, he been this person. You know what I mean? It's just, this had to happen. That big old check had to happen in order for him to, you know what I mean? He can't really do what he wanted to do for real, because he had the money. Antonio Brown been like that. He been like that, bro.
Hard for us, man. We
you just giving him the money, just exposed his character.
The D lineman that we needed was there, and to still be able to come up and get you where we got you, man, that it's like a dream come true for us.
Now let me tell you something. The receiver class Aiyuk was in was absurd. I'm talking dudes like CeeDee Lamb, who went 17th to Dallas, Justin Jefferson went 22nd to Minnesota, Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs went earlier. Even Jalen Reagor went right before Aiyuk at 21. Now history will tell you that some of those picks went better than others, but in that moment, Aiyuk was walking into a draft where being a first-round receiver meant you were already being measured against some elite talent. His path to that draft spot was not sweet by any means. He didn't come from a powerhouse program with 4 years of tape. He started at Sierra College, a junior college in Rockland, California, put up monster numbers, transferred to Arizona State, had 2 seasons with the Sun Devils, and that was it. 2 seasons of Power 5 tape. The scouts who loved him saw a receiver with ridiculous yak ability, fluid hips, and make you miss skills that you couldn't teach.
He's very explosive with the ball in his hand. That's the first thing that pops out when you watch him on tape, whether he's a return guy, a punt return guy, kickoff return guy. Very explosive, 16 yards per catch when he has the ball in his hand. He's a clean hand catcher. He catches the ball with his hands. That's important.
And the scouts who were skeptical said the sample size was too small, but San Francisco looked at that tape and said, we'll take that bet. Immediately after the draft, he then posted a picture of himself as a youngin in a 49ers shirt. His mom was a lifelong 49ers fan. For Brandon, this wasn't just a job. This was a childhood dream landing in his lap. His rookie year was decent. He played 12 games and finished with 60 catches, 748 yards, and 5 tuds. And he had 2 games where he completely balled. Against the Patriots, he went 6 of 7 for 115, and they won 33-6. And then a couple weeks later, he went 10 of 16 for 119 versus the team he is currently begging to go to, the Commanders. However, by most standards, that's a solid rookie season. But by the 49ers standards, nobody really noticed, and that's the problem right there. This was an offense with Deebo Samuel playing his wide receiver, running back hybrid role.
I've been saying that he was overrated. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, he's not a true wide receiver number one. Brandon Aiyuk is a true wide receiver number one. And when Brandon Aiyuk went down, we seen that Deebo Samuel. That's why he's still a free agent. We seen that Deebo Samuel is not a true wide receiver one. He's not. You know what I'm saying? You talking about trash? No, you trash. Bradbury trash. No, you BJ. You know what I'm saying? You just a good wide receiver number 2. You're overhyped wide receiver number 2. That's all you is. When Brandon Aiyuk went down, we seen the true Deebo Samuel right there. Motherfucker, you ain't no wide receiver number 1. You ain't. You know what I mean? It's easy to do good when you got George Kittle and when you got Brandon Aiyuk on your side. But when George Kittle and when Brandon Aiyuk went down, we seen the true Deebo Samuel right there. That mother effer ain't no freaking wide receiver 1.
Arguably the best tight end in football, and Kyleshanahan running one of the most quarterback-friendly systems in the league. Everybody on that offense looked good. So when Aiyuk posted decent numbers, the immediate question was, is he really him or is it just the system? Year 2, 2021, he puts up 56 catches, 826 yards, 5 tuds. Steady, reliable, but still in Deebo's shadow, still being talked about as the other guy. And that's a rough place to be in when you're a first-round pick who the
franchise better than Deebo Samuel
to get. You need to prove your draft position was justified. And when you're buried behind 2 future All-Pros and a generational tight end, proving that is genuinely hard. But here's what was being quietly noticed.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Proving that is genuinely hard.
Jesus Christ.
But here's what was being quietly noticed
zig
by
route
people who
was
watched the
crazy.
film. His route running was different. Most receivers rely on speed.
Deebo can't do that.
On pure skill. The way he released off the line, the way he set up double moves, the way he can make a corner go one direction and then be 3 yards past them before the
that's a true wide receiver number 1. Deebo Samuel can't do that.
Moves,
true wide receiver number 1 right there.
Go one direction and then be 3 yards past them before the DB.
Oh my God, that zig route, bro.
First read, in this case, Aiyuk with an unbelievable release.
Oh my God.
Obviously, Aiyuk, he's a very crisp route runner.
PS2 saying that about it.
And it was only a matter of time before the games caught up to what the tape was already saying. But that time, the payoff was still coming, and nobody outside of Santa Clara was really paying attention yet. 2022, Brock Purdy enters the picture.
Turdy?
Changes.
Like I said, man, Turdy, you know what I'm saying? I had to sit back and, observe Turdy like I had to do Jalen Dirt. Brock Turdy. Like I said, it's my brother in Christ, but we're talking about football right now. You know what I'm saying? Brock Turdy is a system quarterback for sure. For sure. He only had one season. He only had one really good season. And that was the year they went to the NFL. I mean, look at his offense. Look at his defense that he had. Ever since that season, he's been mediocre. He's mid, bro. Brock Turdy is mid. He's a system quarterback. System. He needs a system. He's just like Jalen Dirt. He needs a system. If Brock Turdy does not have a system, even you seen last year, what, 20 and 10? You know what I mean? I think Mac Jones looked better than him in my opinion. 20 and 10? He should have stuck it out on Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, bro, I just feel like Brock Turdy, he needs the pieces in order to win. If he ain't got the pieces, he ain't gonna win. Same thing for Jalen Dirt.
McCaffrey arrives mid-season from Carolina.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey, dude, top 3 running back in the league with George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Aiyuk. Dude, you don't think Patrick Mahomes, you don't think any other quarterback would thrive under that, bro? I mean, look at Mac Jones. Mac Jones was doing it with injuries. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, you don't think, that's all I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, like I said, Joe Burrow, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Joe Burrow, okay, but he had a trash O-line, went to the Super Bowl. He had a terrible O-line. He didn't have a Trent Williams. You had a Trent Williams. He had he had, you know what I mean, Jamar Chase and whatnot. But, I mean, Joe Burrow is that guy. Joe Burrow not a system QB at all. He proved he wasn't a system QB when he went to the Super Bowl with that terrible O-line that he had with the Bengals.
Immediately becomes the focal point of San Francisco's run game, and suddenly the 49ers are a different team.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen.
They have to account for Deebo, they still have to respect Kittle, and now they have to deal with CMC out the backfield. That leaves exactly the receiver who gets to operate in space on the outside, mostly one-on-one, in a league where those opportunities are more valuable than gold. And that receiver is Aiyuk. He finished 2022 with 78 catches, just over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. First career 1,000-yard season. First time the word elite starts getting put around his name without a question mark attached to it.
No, he probably would have had 1,000 yards if he went behind Deebo Samuel.
Importantly, Brock Purdy trusts him, not just in the offense, in crunch time, when the game is on the line. The young quarterback, who wasn't even supposed to be starting, was always looking for number 11.
BA is, I think, one of the most slept-on receivers in the NFL, honestly. Just his route running ability, the way he gets separation.
And then 2023 comes, and BA goes crazy. 75 catches, 1,300
BA was nice, boy.
9 yards per reception, one of the highest averages in the league that season.
BA
7
nice.
touchdowns, second team All-Pro. Mind you, he did those numbers while sharing the field with CMC, Kittle, Debo, and a fully locked in Purdy. His target share was efficient in a way that's hard to quantify, but impossible to miss when you watch the tape. He wasn't a receiver one getting 130 targets and padding stats, but just when the ball came his way, he was making almost every single one of them count. The NFC Championship game, he makes
that was a crazy catch
that makes you go, all right, this dude is locked in, and it becomes the highlight of the entire playoff run.
And drops a couple of steps.
That was a crazy catch right there.
To Aiyuk, it's the flow.
And that was a pass interference.
You already know ESPN had to put this on their top 10 list, but he was not too pleased where it landed at.
Number 2. Who they gonna have at 1 then? Let me see this. Man, get the
However, that play will set up a touchdown that he will score a few plays later, which helps.
You know they gotta put Lamar Harden in there. Lamar Harden!
Tell us all about that catch.
Before the game, a ladybug landed on my shoe. And y'all know what that means. So that's all I can say.
What that mean?
Then Super Bowl 58.
I kill ladybugs all the time.
That players spend their entire careers chasing, and Aiyuk is on it at 25, coming off the best season of his career in the offense that.
I just hope it's not wasted potential, man. I just really hope this is not like waste. I hope this is like not another story, bro. I'm like, I know Brandon Aiyuk can be that guy, bro. You know what I mean? So I just hope this not another like. I don't know, man. Like, man, bro. You're too talented, bro.
As a franchise quarterback,
hate seeing this.
Into what should be his prime years. But as for the game, they lost in OT. 25-22. But at that moment, BA is exactly what the 49ers spent 3 draft picks to go get back in 2020. The bet paid off. The doubters were wrong. The system receiver narrative was dead. And then everything started to fall apart because Aiyuk looked at the market and looked at his own $14.1 million 5th-year option number and said, absolutely not. Now, he was right to want more, but was completely wrong about how he went getting a new deal done. The summer of 2024 is when this story turns from an inspiring rise into something else entirely. And if you want to understand everything that came after the voided contract, the Instagram crash out videos, this is where it all started. Aiyuk is entering the final year of his rookie contract at $14.1 million. The market for elite wide receivers had exploded, so he wanted his extension done.
Aiyuk.
The market for elite wide.
Aiyuk, he up there, bro. Not with Amani St. Brown, but I just feel like he could be that guy. Like, I had Aiyuk in my top 10. I'm gonna keep it a BZ. You know what I mean? I feel like Aiyuk toe-to-toe with DJ Moore. You know what I mean? It's just, so I'm just like, hey, like, I feel like you gotta pay him that money because I feel like this could be a generational wide receiver.
Receivers had exploded, so he wanted his extension done.
This is a true wide receiver.
Operating like they always do, want to wait until late summer when they have the maximum information and leverage. That timeline conflict is normal in the NFL. What happened next is not. June 17, 2024, Aiyuk posted a video on TikTok of him and Jaden Daniels, his old Arizona State teammate, who is now the quarterback of the Commanders, on FaceTime, and he said something interesting.
He got me vlogging this shit.
Bro. What happened, bro? They said they don't want me back. I swear.
And he even captioned it, I'm laughing, but I'm crying for real.
Why you gotta record? That's what I'm saying, boy. The phones be the downfall, boy, y'all, boy. I'm like, why you gotta record this conversation? You trying to be petty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I be saying, bro. Like, bro, them cameras, bro, be the downfall of y'all, bro. Like, bro, you ain't gonna win, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can win, but like, come on, what you think this look like? Like, come on, bro. Like, look like your problem now, like a problem. Nobody want a problem in their locker room, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, cuz, like, God, why this had to be recorded? For what? I could have had this conversation off camera, bro. I'm telling y'all, but y'all be your own worst enemies, bro.
Internet went crazy. Hell, some of the people in the comments were already calling it. Aiyuk, you're a commander. Come to Washington, my guy. And he even had some of 49er fans begging for him to stay. Brandon, it's not true. We want you. Please stay. Every NFL media outlet ran it. The 49ers were furious, and even his own agent tried to deny what everybody had just watched with their own eyes. But the damage was done. Aiyuk had publicly aired a private contract dispute on social media with his old college quarterback, who happened to play for a team Aiyuk Aiyuk was clearly flirting with, and he posted it for the world to see. However, the Steelers came calling hard. Pittsburgh reportedly had an offer on the table, some second and third round picks, and had a contract ready for Aiyuk to sign.
If the money is the same, he should want to play for the San Francisco 49ers. If the money is not the same and it's a bigger bag from the Pittsburgh Steelers, he should want to get out of there.
The deal was so close that according to multiple reports, Kyleshanahan physically intervened with the front office personnel to stop it from happening. They say he ran to John Lynch's office like, hey, what the hell are y'all doing? Looking back now,
like, what the freak is y'all doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Like, bro, what the heck is y'all doing, bro? Finna let Brandon Aiyuk, bro? What the freak going on? No, Kyleshanahan was tweaking, boy.
I know Kyle is sick he didn't let it go through, but that's how badly Shanahan wanted him. That was how good Aiyuk was.
I mean, yeah, Aiyuk wasn't really a problem back then, you know what I'm saying? So we really can't speak on, like, I mean, we're not God, bro. We don't know the future. As of right now, we like, man, what the freak? Like, why Brandon Aiyuk? Hey, bro, what's going on? We need to pay this man now. You know what I mean? Brandon Aiyuk, he wasn't a problem back then like that for me.
We were involved at various stages. The Jets, the Browns, the Patriots, all circling. With nothing still not done, Aiyuk formally requested a trade in July.
Also, big news today, Brandon Aiyuk has officially said, I won't trade. Get me out of here. Brandon Aiyuk and the Niners have not been willing to engage in negotiation since May.
Then he held a training camp hold-in, showing up to the facility but refusing to practice. Every single day became a new media cycle, a new report, a new subplot. He was even making story posts back then. This time it was a few emojis.
And then you had the IG story with the emojis, the money, the talking, the BS, and the walking. So
they trying to get work done. That's all I can say. I'm trying to get what I deserve. I felt like this season playing football, I figured out who I was as a person, as a player, what I bring to the table, what I bring to the locker room, what I bring to an organization, just the value I hold when I walk in that building. People gonna follow me because I've done it the right way since I've been in that building.
This was the most dramatic wide receiver saga since Debo did the exact same thing 2 years earlier with the exact same team, except Debo eventually chilled and took the extension. Aiyuk eventually took the extension too. August 29, 2024, 4 years, $120, $76 million guaranteed, with $47 million to be paid to Aiyuk before April 1st, 2025. His whole deal wrapped up 6 days before the season opener. The whole organization exhales and the drama is finally over. Coming to his senses, he then told reporters he was acting out.
I think, I'm not gonna lie, I made it a little bit more difficult than it needed to at the end. For about the past month, I think we were pretty good.
However, some people didn't think he deserved that type of bag just yet. Bleacher Report, before the season even started, ranked it the 7th.
Like, we've been stopped bleaching the Bleacher Report. I'm not gonna lie, like, bro, like Bleacher Report, I don't know who running your page, but bro, I seen that NBA, bro, top 100, bro. You just shut up, bro. You just got a platform. That's all. You just got a platform, bro. It's a lot of people that got a lot of platforms. Just because your voice is popular, that don't mean it's worthy of listening to. You just got a popular voice. You know what I mean? You're just popular. But you have no clue what the freak you're talking about. Talking about worst contracts. Are you stupid? I'm talking about, bro, it be people that be on these big platforms that don't know nothing about sports, but I'm telling y'all.
Tracking the NFL.
Just because your voice is popular, that don't mean you know what you're saying. You're just on a popular platform.
The 49ers were essentially pressing to overpaying because Aiyuk held them hostage in the offseason, and they panicked and folded. The ink dried on August 29th, but by
he deserved a contract.
The whole deal will blow up.
Are you feeling more pressure on you after inking a deal like this to perform better or to change anything?
Yes, but that was the reason why I wanted to get paid in such a manner, because that's the type of player I believe I am, and that's the player I want to continue to be, and that's the player that I strive to be.
For 4 weeks after signing that extension, Aiyuk was alright, I can say. He was getting into rhythm, the offense was clicking, he was on pace for another monster season. In week 5 against Arizona, he caught 8 passes for $147. That's the Aiyuk the 49ers paid $120 million for. And then, week 7, October 24th, the 49ers versus Kansas City. Going across the middle, Aiyuk gets hit and stays down.
Oh, dang.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Torn ACL, torn MCL, and meniscus all in the same knee. To put that in perspective, an isolated ACL injury is already 10 to 12 months recovery that alters careers. An isolated MCL tear is serious on its own. A torn meniscus requires its own surgery and rehab, and Aiyuk had just torn all 3. It's one of the most devastating low body injuries a skilled player can suffer. Your body just don't bounce back easily, and at 26 years old with $76 million in guarantees attached to your name, the clock on that recovery matters more than anything. Ultimately, he played 7 games, 25 catches, 374 yards, and then nothing. The 49ers put him on the PUP list at the start of the 2025 training camp. Kyleshanahan told reporters he hoped Aiyuk could be back by week 7 of 2025, exactly 1 year after that injury. And that recovery target, that hope, it never came true. Not because the knee wasn't healing on its own timeline, but because of something else. The 49ers started to notice something that couldn't be explained by the injury alone. Aiyuk was disappearing, not just from the sideline, but he was missing from meetings, skipping required team activities. The mandated rehab sessions that are written in NFL contracts as conditions of guaranteed money, those weren't getting done, at least not in a way that satisfied the franchise.
All you gotta do is go rehab. How you not go rehab?
The 49ers are a first-class organization.
He can't
They
do
have a
that, bro.
medical staff, a training staff, a coaching staff. All of it is available to support their players through recoveries, and their $120 million receiver was nowhere in the building taking advantage of it. 8 months after signing the biggest contract of his life, Aiyuk had
Gotta do what's in the contract, bro. You gotta do what's in the contract. That's what I say. A lot of people, bro, freaking, sign things and don't read. It's very important for you to read, bro. Read, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what's in the contract. That's why they voided your contract. So you can do whatever you want to do, and they just paid you $76 million guaranteed. You must be out your dang mind, boy.
Games and just went ghost. The 49ers were
going ghost.
to do the math.
Whatever this, you know where you at? Bro, you in the NFL, bro. You going ghost? Bro, what the? Did you not read your contract? Somebody did not read their contract. Somebody better tell the boy to read. That boy did not read his contract.
In July 2025, right around the time Aiyuk should have been grinding through training camp rehab, doing the things that reassure a franchise they made the right call, the 49ers did something never done in their organization's history. They voided his guaranteed money.
This is the first time it's happened in our tenure. We felt like we had no other recourse as to exercise those things.
Specifically, the $27 million in 2026 guaranteed money, the $24.9 million option bonus.
Like, bro, just show up. Just show up, bro.
Was not coming his way.
Doing.
The 49ers exercise contract language that exists in virtually every NFL deal.
Stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Triggered. The default provision, which allows a team to void guarantees if a player fails to report, refuses to render services, or otherwise doesn't fulfill the contract's requirements outside of the actual injury itself. Kyleshanahan confirmed it publicly on November 22nd, 2025 in a press conference. He said, and I need you to really hear this.
It takes a lot of things to get a contract voided.
Telling you.
Honestly, I've never heard it. I've been in any building that's had that, so it was unusual.
This man has been a head coach in the NFL for years. He's been around football his entire life. His father is a Super Bowl winning head coach, and he just said he had never seen a guaranteed contract voided, not once, in his entire career until now. And here's what makes this even more crazier. The same default language that was used to void Aiyuk's guarantees exists in Nick Bosa's contract and Brock Purdy's contract, and those who never came close to triggering it, but Aiyuk apparently did. And then here's the part
Think he bigger than the program
that he wanted out. Aiyuk told the NFLPA he did not want to file a grievance. Under the NFL's non-injury grievance provisions, players have a 50-day window to contest a voiding. Aiyuk either let it expire or actively decline to pursue it. When a team voids $27 million of your guaranteed money and the first thing your legal team says to you is you have the right to fight this and you say no, that means only two things. You either crazy or you don't want to be there anymore. And I think both apply to BA. Fighting the grievance means recommitting to the 49ers, and Aiyuk apparently had already decided that chapter was closed.
Brandonaiyuk, certain things that happen in your life, in the moment, you may not see the value in until you remove yourself from that situation and look back at it and say, yo, dang, I messed up.
Telling
you. Too late, huh? It's too late.
And you always get warnings, bro. You feel me? Like, you tripping. Like, even though those the ops, Winers K. You know what I mean? Those the ops for sure, but you tripping, bro. All you gotta do is show up. Show up for $76 million? Bro, you getting paid $76 million. Some people would never, ever, ever touch that type of money. And you taking that for granted. It's crazy that the people that's the most blessed be the main ones taking the like. I don't understand that.
To apologize. When the news broke publicly, it just didn't make sense. The math was catastrophic for both sides. The 49ers paid Aiyuk roughly $50 million in guaranteed signing bonuses. In return, he played 7 games, 0 snaps in 2025. No grievance filed, contract effectively dead. What started off as a childhood dream come true turned into an ugly nightmare, and then all hell broke loose. So because he hadn't shown his face in months, on December 13, 2025, the 49ers placed him on a reserve left squad.
Nobody's going to want you on my, like, I'm not going to want you on the Giants. I don't want you on the Giants. Simple as that. You know what I mean? You know who Terrell Owens is? Terrell Owens, you're nowhere near Terrell Owens level. Nowhere near. And no team wanted him. You're becoming a problem. Who the freak wants to invest in a problem? Like I said, Brandon Aiyuk, you came and you gone. Trust me, it's going to be another Brandon Aiyuk. Trust me. Why would I invest in a problem when I can invest in somebody that's not a problem? Why would I be giving up compensation? You know what I'm saying? Why would I invest in somebody that causes problems when I can get somebody that doesn't cause problems? I'd rather choose a person that's more disciplined and talented any day. Because guess what? It's a lot of times, bro, where wide receivers and, you know what I'm saying, football players become better than what they were. NBA players as well. You know what I mean? Work. Because usually if you got a lot of discipline, you're going to be better than what you started off as. You know what I'm saying? You should not be that same BJ player that you was coming in the league. You should always progress. Happens all the time before our eyes. So I will invest in a disciplined person before a talented person any day. You could be more talented than him, but are you more disciplined than him? If you're not more disciplined than him, I'm choosing that discipline because discipline outweighs talent any day of the week. Any day of the week.
If you're unfamiliar with this, it's not the injury reserve or the pup list or the suspension list. The left squad list is specifically for players who abandoned the team. They either quit, retire, or leave the team without permission. Kyleshanahan didn't hold his tongue as to why, saying the team hasn't heard or seen him in months.
Yeah, we haven't seen him forever. So, I mean, that's a decision they make. It's been pretty simple for me. I mean, I haven't seen him in a month. We've always liked BA. Everyone knows how good of a player he is. It's extremely unfortunate that it's gotten to this point.
Him being placed on the left squad list also opened up a legal pathway for the 49ers to sue breach of contract clawback provisions, potentially recovering around $2.3 million immediately, with ongoing forfeit potential running into millions more if Aiyuk stayed absent. The 49ers were now in full recovery mode, not from the knee injury, but recovery from the financial disaster this situation had become. And then BA started to show out. After this clip of Kyle came out, I just know Brandon was like, y'all not gonna see me, alright? Because just days later on December 20th, he posted a POV video of him driving his Cadillac Blackwing past Levi Stadium. That's the same building this man had been absent from for months, and he was pushing it, doing 111 in a 40. The video goes viral instantly, not just for the car or location,
Are you stupid?
Also what it represented.
Are you a fool?
Player who was supposed to be in rehab, whose team hasn't seen him in weeks, is driving crazy past the same building he should be inside and filming it for social media.
You're a fool.
It wasn't until months later in early June 2026, Santa Clara County District Attorney formally charges him with a misdemeanor for speeding and issued an arrest warrant.
An arrest warrant has been issued for San Francisco 49ers
You a
player
fool, man.
Rockland native Brandon Aiyuk on a
The
misdemeanor
biggest fool goes to Brandon Aiyuk.
speeding charge, showing him speeding near Levi Stadium.
After that video got posted, that's when GM John Lynch goes public and basically saying Aiyuk has played his last snap in a 49ers uniform, which at that point everybody knew that.
Safe to say that he's played his last snap with the Niners. It's unfortunate.
Have you been able to determine why he was so upset, why he wasn't showing up, and just any background you can give on that?
I wish I knew. Can't help you there.
And now we're here, June 1st, 2026. Brandon gets on Instagram and does a quiet but very loud thing. He unfollows almost everyone but 5 accounts: Adidas, Jaden Daniels, the Commanders, who he hasn't even signed to yet, his personal brand, and his wife. Then June 6th, that's when the videos start. First, it was just a photo of him in a Commander's hat and a football in his hand, no 49ers gear in sight, just in case the unfollows weren't clear enough. Then the actual rant, a minute and a half of Aiyuk not naming the 49ers, but not really needing to, saying things that would get a regular person's HR file pulled and their desk cleared immediately.
Little ass boy, man, stop running from the belt. The belt coming. You know how I get. They gonna say, oh yeah, BA did this, BA did that. And they running from that belt that's on the way. It's inevitable, it's coming. Stop being a female dog. Stop being a little cat.
Now, I ain't gonna shit on this parade, but bro hasn't played in almost 2 years. Talking the way he talking, he better put up 1,300 yards and nothing less. 3 days later on June 9th, he posted again, this time addressing the contract directly.
They mad that they paid me $50 million in 8 months. They mad because they stupid, they dumb, and they avoided my guarantees for 2027. And I'm about to be on a new team in 2027.
Now, I'm gonna be honest.
Gonna be on a new team. I don't know about a new team. As of right now, brother, it looks like you're finna be out the league. You know what I mean? Talking about new team. Who want this mother up? No, if I was a GM, I don't want this mother. I don't want you. I know I don't want you. I ain't picking up the phone call.
With you, because this story is messier than just pick a side.
Freak
The abandoned self-destruct, yes. The social media
freak finna pick you up, not me.
Disappearing act, the abandoned rehab, that's on him. Nobody forced him to post any of those videos. Nobody forced him to drive over 100 miles per hour in a 40 past a stadium he wasn't showing up to. You can be frustrated with your franchise and still handle it with some basic dignity of a professional. But did the 49ers create the conditions for this? Arguably, yes. This is the second time in 3 years they had a top receiver reach a boiling point over a contract. Debo Samuel did it in 2022. They operate on their own time.
I see why they ain't pay that BJ mother.
First offers. Aiyuk watched Debo go through the exact same thing, get his money, and move on. Aiyuk expected the same outcome. The difference is Debo didn't disappear for a year. Both sides created this. Both sides own this ending. Now for what's next, Washington is the obvious answer, but the Commanders won't give up picks when they know the 49ers are going to have to release them eventually. So right now it's just a waiting game. And BA's Instagram is also not helping his negotiating leverage. Talent isn't the question. Last time we seen him when he was healthy, he was a top receiver in the league. The question is whether any team after all this trusts him enough to invest into him again. The 49ers built something with BA, and somewhere between the contract dispute, a torn knee, a missed rehab, it all burned down. But if you thought this Brandon Aiyuk story was crazy, this video here is even crazier.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Aiyuk, man, you gotta change, my brother. You gotta change, because if you don't, you're gonna be out the league immediately. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say, man. You know what I mean? Winers, K. I'm just ready for football season. Let's get it. Let's go.